Hello, my name is Reenu Cherian, and in today's video I kind of wanted to take you guys through my entire meal prep process. So I actually love meal prepping, and I'm a person who actually meal preps like almost every single Sunday. I cannot really cook throughout the week because I have a 9 to 5 as well as a lot of other things that I do throughout the week, and so I usually, if I do skip the meal prepping on Sundays, my entire week goes in just like eating really bad food or just like junk throughout the week. And so I do actually like love meal prepping in advance so that I have something really good to eat throughout the week. So while meal prepping, I usually try and make sure that we have a really balanced meal throughout the week. I try to include like a lot of protein, since throughout the week I try to like work out as much as possible, and also just trying to involve a lot of protein and fiber into like the diet is like so important. And so that's what I usually try to do throughout the week. But I also want to like keep trying like new stuff, because if I keep eating the same things, I usually get bored and I don't feel like eating throughout the weekend. So I always try to put some new things that I want to try. So yeah, let's get into it. So for this week's meal prep, I'm actually making 5 to 6 things. So for breakfast, we have 2 options. One is like an overnight oatmeal that I'm going to be making. It's like this chocolate oatmeal prep that I'm going to be doing for that. Second option for breakfast is actually dosha and chutney, and so that is actually going to be made on the day because I cannot pre-make dosha, but I do have like the batter for it. So yeah, that's the second option. And for lunch, I wanted to try something really new, and I saw this recipe on Instagram, and it's basically this like pasta ragu. So I'm trying to make that for lunch as my first option. Lunch second option, I'm actually making this dahi chole, which I saw, which is like, again, it's like this like chickpea curry, which is made with like a yogurt base, and so I want to be making that as well. And for dinner, we have like 2 options. The first one is actually palak paneer, which is like a spinach paneer curry, and the second option that I have is actually chicken spring rolls. Also, I'm making a dessert this week. I love these like quinoa crisps, which my friend actually introduced me to these, and he gets them in his office, and it's basically like this like dark chocolate quinoa crisp, and I love it so much. I think it's by the company Undercover, and so I really wanted to try and make these on my own, and so I bought like quinoa and dark chocolate, and so as a dessert for this week, I'm going to be making those as well. Okay, so I have like most of my ingredients laid out right here. So I've got some chicken, beef, some paneer, this is cabbage, some tomatoes, some carrots. I've got like celery and spinach, and I also have some like basil like right here. So while meal prepping, I usually like kind of like plan out how and when I should be like doing some stuff so that I can like just get it done with as quickly as possible. So for this one, I'm actually going to start with the chickpeas, because boiling the chickpeas takes a lot of time, and so I'm going to be starting off with that. Alright you guys, so I've basically cut all of like the veggies that I need. Now I'm just gonna be starting off with the pasta. This is basically the prep for the pasta, and I'm basically making like an Italian ragu here. So I've got some carrots, some celery, some onions and tomatoes. So I'm gonna be basically using this for the ragu. Look at Bright here trying to help us with the breakfast for today. Alright, so for the ragu today, I'm using this pasta. This one is the Eduardo's pasta and it's the cone shell pasta. I really have no idea how to like pronounce this basically, but this is the pasta that I'm going to be using today for the ragu that I'm making. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I have like my base for the ragu, just like all the veggies just like kind of simmering. I also have like my pasta on there. I'm not just putting my tomatoes in. I just want this to like reduce first before I put that in. Now I'm just gonna be basically boiling the spinach here for my palak paneer and also get started on the veggies for the chicken spring rolls. So here I just have some carrots, it's kind of like under the cabbage here, which I just like, you know, thinly like made like little ribbons out of here. I also have some cabbage and some like red onions as well, and so I'm just going to be sauteing this in like the chicken and some eggs and just like, you know, make it like a really nice like protein heavy one. Okay, so I've basically got like my veggies for the chicken started. Now I'm just basically going to be putting in this beef into like our ragu mix here. Alright, so I have my spinach boiling in there, my pasta boiling in there, my veggies for the chicken spring rolls slowly like actually starting to like reduce down, and like the water content is like slowly getting out, so that's great. And also my beef ragu, like the stew part, is actually starting to come together. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to start like mincing up the chicken so I can add that as well as the eggs to the spring rolls. Alright you guys, basically the chicken mix and the veggies for the spring roll is look how good it looks. So good. I'm gonna let this like cool. And the pasta is also like ready, and I'm just gonna be like transferring that into another place. The ragu part is still like reducing, so I'm just gonna wait for that, and also the spinach is still boiling. So since these two are done, I'm gonna be starting off with the prep for the palak paneer in terms of like the onion and tomatoes. So I'm just gonna be like sauteing that, and I'm also gonna be starting off with chickpeas, which is also like ready and after like boiled. So let's go. You guys, the pasta is kind of done. Look at how delicious this looks. I'm just gonna like make it boil for a little bit of time, but this is kind of done. And the base for the palak paneer is also almost done. And while this is actually happening, I'm gonna start making the chocolate oatmeal for breakfast. Alright you guys, so the chickpeas are coming out really well, and these have like now cooled, so I'm basically gonna make a paste with this and make our do the final stuff for our paneer curry. You guys, the chickpea curry is coming out really well, and even the paneer is getting cooked down really well as well. I think this is actually almost done. I think I'm just gonna like go ahead and top this off with some coriander and we should be good to go. Guys, so the paneer is almost done, and while this is actually been cooking, we are gonna make the dessert for this week. Okay, so for this recipe I basically have this quinoa right here, which I'm gonna be using, and I also like these chocolate chips. So these chocolate chips are actually like really good. They don't have like any bad ingredients in them. It's just like basically chocolate, cocoa butter, and some sugar, which is really good. So we're using this chocolate and this quinoa to kind of make this like really good recipe for the dark chocolate quinoa crisps. Alright you guys, so the quinoa is basically out of the oven now, and what we're going to basically do is just take this and just like fry it off in this pan so that it'll pop, and then just like coat it with melted chocolate. Alright you guys, so we're basically done with all of the meal prep. Actually my husband was able to like actually make some of chutney for like my dosha for this week, so yay to him. But yes, so this is basically the chicken spring roll like filling. This is my pasta, which is like an Italian ragu pasta that I made. This is the chickpea curry that I made. This is the paneer, the palak paneer, which is the spinach paneer curry. This is basically the prep for the breakfast. This is just like chocolate oatmeal. It's like an overnight oats. If you want to make it creamy, you can just add milk instead of water. And finally, this is our dessert for the week, which is dark chocolate quinoa crisp. So once this cools down, you can basically just like cut it into bars and have them. But yeah, that's the meal prep you guys. Alright you guys, so that's it for today's video. I am tired and I need to go take a shower and also clean the house, but that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone.